Well, good evening, everyone. That was a surprise. Thank you very much. So, as Kirk alluded to, we've been on this journey for some time. We started around 6 or 7 years ago. There's been various different vendors that we've tried to work with, and all of them have fallen short. Specifically, they would provide vendor-specific data that was provided to us in a way that they wanted us to see, which didn't really allow us to drill down into standards and things that were really important to us. We didn't have the ability to see demographic information. We just got what they provided us, which is not the level of detail that we needed. On the screen are some of the companies that we worked with. Some of them only remained in the proof of concept stage. Some of them we worked with for some years, providing assessment. They provided assessments to us. And most recently, Elevate actually sunsetted their platform in the middle of our onboarding, which was a huge disappointment. Everybody likes Elevate. So as Kirk said, we had to learn that this is something we're just going to have to do on our own. So that's what we did. So these are some of the vendors. It wasn't all bad. We actually developed relationships with our vendors in going through this process, asking them to own our own data, asking them to build automations to allow us to gather the data in an accurate and timely manner rather than waiting for a couple weeks or more to get information from an assessment. So these are just a few of the vendors that actually stepped up to the plate and were helping us. There's many more now, but this was kind of the original group. So all of the reports I'm going to show you are just demonstration reports. They're not actual data. This is the first report we built from Google Looker Studio. You may have heard of this. It used to be called Data Studio. They changed the name. It's a free tool, so a lot of times you get what you pay for. But we were pretty excited that we could take assessment data from a platform and pull it into a report. As you can see, this report's not very detailed. It just has performance to proficiency performance by school site, which there's not a lot of filters. It just doesn't do much. But we were excited at the potential of this tool. So we blended that assessment data with demographic information from our student information system, and we're able to find the student groups that we need to pay more attention to, or perhaps we're not performing as well as others. So then we started getting really excited, and then we broke it. So Looker Studio can do lots of cool things if you have a little bit of data. If you try and give it too much data, it spins forever and most of the time will just crash. So we had to find something else. So we turned to Microsoft Power BI. You may have heard of that. It's a more industry standard enterprise solution, a lot more intricate report style. This is a demo of the very first report that we built inside of Power BI. As we started diving into the data from all of the vendors, we started realizing a lot of the information they were providing us, whether it was through the reports or other means, wasn't the level of detail that they actually had access to. So CASP in particular, as we started looking into CASP data further, we started seeing that there's a lot more detail, that's something that we could use more. Rather than just saying a student's proficient in ELA, we were able to see they're something like this, which actually shows the different dimensions of the writing portion of the ELA test, which is tremendously helpful to us if you're trying to figure out how to instruct a student or change instruction to help kids that are struggling. This is an example of one of the most recent reports we've developed. As you can see, there's lots of stuff going on here, but it's basically the same amount of proficiency data, but in the lower right, you can see we can track performance over time and whether that performance increased and decreased. It's that one particular chart is by grade level. The one next to it on the left, the lower left, actually shows performance over several different testing periods. We can do all of this stuff now. We've spent a bunch of time trying to understand the data points that each vendor provides and really make sure that we're providing accurate information. and understand how they're providing that to us. So we're pretty excited about all this stuff. I'm a big data nerd. For those of you that know me, I love this stuff. So I'm really excited, and I'm really proud of the data team, as they're affectionately known. So that's what we've done so far. We haven't even been at this fully for a full year yet, but at this point, we've basically just developed district level data. We hope this school year to be able to drill down to the school sites, to be able to provide the site admin with actionable information. And then further in the year, we hope to be able to provide a student profile report, so you can get many, many different metrics about a specific student on one report. We're also going to take the existing reports that we have and add in performance to standard for a lot of the metrics that we have. So not just say a student is proficient in ELA, but what specific standard are they proficient in, and what one do they potentially need help in?